What if the things that makes you truly strong wasn't more discipline or more pressure, but how you speak to yourself when the things fall apart? We all mess up, we all fail, but some of us get up faster, not just because they're stronger, but because they are built an inner ally, not just an inner critic. For most of my life, I've believed being hard to myself was the only way to grow. Push more, expect more, no excuses. And yes, sometimes it worked, but other times something started to break. I didn't feel strong, I felt drained. No energy, no clarity, just this heavy voice in my head always saying, "You're not good enough." And then I stumbled on this word, self-compassion. At first it sounded soft, like go easy on yourself. But then I looked at the science and I realized it is something else entirely. I tried one simple exercise. I wrote a letter to myself like I was reading to my best friend. And something shifted. Not overnight, but the way I talked to myself started to change everything. This is not about being soft. This is about building real inner strength. The kind what helps you rise when the life knocks you down. In this video I will break down what self-compassion really is, how it literally rewires your brain and changes how you handle stress, and 3 powerful ways to practice it in your daily life. And no, this is not just my personal theory. Everything I share is backed by science, with links to the studies waiting for you in the description to that video. So let's dive in. Let's talk science for a minute. People who practice self-compassion, they are not weaker, they're actually stronger in every single way that matters. They feel less anxiety, depression and burned out. It was shown in that research in 2015. They have more motivation, better habits and bounce back from stress faster. You can see it in that research in 2012. And it is not just about your mind, it changes your body too. Self-compassion activates the vagus nerve, which helps you feel safe and calm. It improves heart rate variability, a key sign of stress recovery. And it lowers cortisol, your main stress hormone. All of it you can find in that research in 2016. And finally, it reshapes your brain. The PMC in 2013 published a study. They used brain scanners to show that when people practice compassion, it boosted activity in parts of the brain that help you stay balanced emotionally, feel connected to others, and recover faster from stress. So yeah, self-compassion is not fluff. It is science-backed upgrade of your emotional strength, mental focus, and even your body. Let's break it down what self-compassion actually means. It is not just being nice to yourself. It is made of 3 core parts, and each of them rewires your brain in powerful ways. And the first part, self-kindness versus self-judgment. Most of us are way harsher on ourselves than we are on anyone else around. We say things into our head we would never say to a friend. But here's the truth. Constant judgment doesn't help you to grow. It triggers your stress response, it raises your cortisol, and over time, it kills motivation and confidence. Think about how we treat a child who is learning something new. We don't yell at them when they fall, and we don't call them stupid when they mess up. We support them, we offer help, we speak gently and encourage them to try again. So, why we are so cruel to ourselves when we fall? Self-kindness, on the other hand, calms your nervous system. It helps you feel safe, and when you feel safe, you can actually learn. A study by Brian and Chen in 2012 found that people who practice self-compassion were more likely to take responsibility and improve themselves, not less. Part 2. Common humanity versus isolation. When we fail or suffer, we often think that we are the only ones, that we are broken. But pain is a natural part of being human. When you remember that others struggle too, you feel less alone, less ashamed. This is what psychiatrists call common humanity, a feeling that you are part of something bigger than just your problems. Dr. Kristin Neff says that when we remember that everyone goes through hard times, it helps us feel less alone and makes us emotionally stronger. The third part is mindfulness, and it's simple. When the hard emotions show up, you notice them, but you don't let them take over. You don't avoid them, but you also don't drown in them. You say, okay, I see it, I feel it, but this is not me. This is just what's happening around me. It's like becoming a gentle observer of your experience. Instead of getting pulled into the storm, you watch it pass. You stop thinking that every single thought or feeling defines you. Think of it like this. You are not the storm, you are a sky it passes through. Mindfulness gives you space, and that space is where healing starts. A study by Evans and his team in 2018 showed that practicing mindfulness helps people be kinder to themselves and feel better overall. Okay, now when you know what self-compassion is, let's talk about how actually build it. Here's 3 simple but powerful tools anyone can use. And the most powerful of them is to push the like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, no joke. First one is compassionate letter, writing to yourself. It was the first thing I tried, and honestly, it changed everything. You write letter to yourself, but from the voice of someone who deeply cares about you, like wise, loving friend. This letter has 3 basic parts. Acknowledge what you are going through, offer understanding and kindness, and remind yourself of hope or strength. It feels strange at first, but it changes your inner voice from critic to a liar. Writing compassionate letter has been shown to reduce shame and increase emotional resilience. It was proven by Shapiro and Mongrey in 2010 in the Journal of Positive Psychiatry. Second tool, self-compassion break, created by Dr. Kristin Neff. This one takes less than a minute. When something hard happens, say these 3 things to yourself. This is a moment of pain. Pain is a natural part of life. May I be kind to myself right now. This is it. It might feel small, but this tiny pause rewires your brain. It stops the spiral of self-blame and brings you back to calm. Dr. Kristin Neff provides a detailed explanation and guided practice on the self-compassion break on her website. You can learn it there. And the third tool, loving kindness meditation. This is one of the most studied compassion practice. You simply repeat kind wishes, first to yourself and then to others. May I be safe. May I be strong. May I be at peace. Even just 5 minutes a day can shift your brain. A study by Klimecki in 2014 found that this type of meditation increases empathy and activates areas of your brain responsible for care and connection. None of this is magic, but if you practice them even a little, you become a kind of person who has your own back. If you try any of these practices, or if one of them really spoke to you, let me know in the comment. I would love to hear how it landed to you. Most of us, including myself, were taught that being hard on yourself makes you stronger. But science and real life says opposite. Being kind to yourself doesn't make you weak. It makes you more stable, more focused, and more resilient. Because when life knocks you down, you don't need a bully in your head. You need a coach, a calm voice that helps you stand back up. So, if you have been forcing your way through life, always trying to stay strong and just survive each day, maybe it is time to stop and take a breath and listen to the voice that always been there. Quiet, steady and kind. One that says, I've got your back. That is your real superpower, and it has been with you all along. And if this video resonated with you, you might also want to check my previous video on meditation. It is show how just few minutes a day can rewire your brain on focus, clarity and emotional strength. It is perfect next step after this. See you there.